Hey guys, welcome back. I just left Walmart and picked up ingredients to make 4 dinners this week for $20, all with smoked sausage. I picked smoked sausage because it is inexpensive, it's calorically dense, and it does taste delicious. And if you don't eat pork, they do have beef sausage as well for just a couple more dollars, so not bad. As usual, I'm using pantry staples, but nothing crazy. These are all standard things that the majority of households have. So I'm gonna head home, I'm gonna show you what I picked up, and then we'll get into those recipes. I can't find my video of going through the ingredients and prices, so we are doing this with a photo. The smoked sausage was $4.98, the potatoes were $2.97, the rigatoni was 98 cents, the family size jambalaya mix was $2.64, the biscuit mix was 93 cents, the cornbread mix was 68 cents, the corn was 98 cents, the broccoli was $1.16, the green beans were 98 cents, the cream of chicken was 68 cents, the evaporated milk was 134, and the Roma tomatoes were 48 cents for two, bringing my total to $18.67, which is a little bit under the $20 budget I gave myself. The first meal I'm making is just a super easy sheet pan meal. I started this off by giving the potatoes a little bit of a head start in the microwave so they cooked evenly with the other ingredients. I poked them with a knife so they don't explode and microwaved them for 10 minutes, flipping them over halfway through. While those were in the microwave, I portioned out the amount of sausage I wanted to use and put the rest of it away in a bag for later meals. I coined up the 2 sausage links and set it aside. After the potatoes had pre-cooked a little bit, I cut them up into similar sizes to the sausage, and I didn't use all of the potatoes I had microwaved after my husband said he wasn't super hungry, so I put those in the fridge and used them in the morning for breakfast. If you ever pierce potatoes and don't cook them all the way through, use them soon or I promise they will turn black and go to waste. When the potatoes were all cut up, I seasoned them with some oil, my dad's all-purpose seasoning, garlic powder, paprika, and parsley flakes. Then I tried to mix in the sausage, but of course my bowl wasn't big enough, so I finished this on the baking sheet. I spread this out evenly, then added the bag of frozen green beans on top and seasoned them with some garlic powder and salt. I baked this on 425 for about 25 minutes and made sure to flip everything about halfway through. This meal was so easy to put together, it was very filling, and we did have a little bit of leftovers. The next meal I made was corn chowder. Originally, I was going to make a creamy potato skillet with corn on the side, but realized it was going to be really similar to the previous night's meal and the next night's, so I switched it up and I made soup instead. If that doesn't prove that soup can be made out of almost anything, I don't know what will. But I diced up 5 potatoes and softened them up a bit in a soup pot with some salt and pepper. I personally prefer crackers with soup, but because of the last minute swap, biscuits is what we have, and I just made these as drop biscuits according to the package directions. I cut up 1 sausage link into ninths and diced it similar size to the potatoes and added it to the pot along with 2/3 of the bag of frozen corn. I seasoned with salt, pepper, parsley flakes, garlic powder, and onion powder. I stirred it up and let everything cook for about 10 minutes before adding 6 cups of water and a tablespoon and a half or so of chicken bouillon powder. I covered this and let it come to a boil, then reduced the heat and mixed 4 tablespoons of flour with 2/3 of the can of evaporated milk. I mixed this in well and let it simmer until the soup thickened up and everything was cooked through. Personally, I love soup, so this meal was great for me. The kids enjoyed it, and there was plenty of leftovers, so I was fed for 2 lunches over the following days. I was apparently half asleep when I did my first edit of this video because that is rigatoni, not penne, but it will be fine. Regardless, I boiled the pasta for about 12 minutes in salted water and cut up one sausage link. So, this is a spot where I'm going to pause for a second and just address something. I got more than one comment about having chipped nail polish in a previous video, and insinuations were made about cleanliness in my home, etc., based on this. As you can see in this clip, there is my 5-year-old setting up her kid's nail polish to paint my nails after dinner. My nail polish is chipped because a literal child paints my nails with plain nail polish. I will not be telling her she can't paint my nails because a stranger on the internet doesn't like it being chipped, and I'm not going to remove it so that someone feels better about the cleanliness of my kitchen when they wouldn't be invited over to my house to eat anyways. Some of y'all need to get a grip, and if you are personally offended by this, you're probably one of the people I'm talking about. This is real life, not a movie set, and the people I'd like to have supporting this channel are people that understand that. To everyone else, you're amazing. Now back to the video. I decided against adding the broccoli directly to the pasta and roasted it instead. As usual, season this to your preference, but I do usually add a teeny bit of sugar to frozen veg before roasting it because it helps bring out some of the natural sweetness and it helps it taste a bit more fresh. I seasoned with garlic powder, paprika, salt, and pepper. I roasted this on 425 for 25 minutes. Next was making the sauce, so I added the can of cream of chicken to a container with a bit of the evaporated milk, minced garlic, onion powder, garlic powder, and oregano, and I mixed all of this up, then added 1/2 cup of some reserved pasta water. When the pasta was drained, I added some oil and the sausage to the pan to give it a bit of color and some Tony's Creole seasoning. I basically use this the same as I would salt, and that is typically enough to season this. I added the cream of chicken mixture and seasoned with a bit more parsley flakes and some black pepper. After that cooked for a couple minutes, I added the rigatoni and mixed everything up well, let it cook for 5 minutes, and then plated it up. My husband did not want broccoli with this, but fortunately, it is a vegetable that my children enjoy, and there was a nice portion left for lunch the next day. The last dinner I made was jambalaya, so I cut up the remaining sausage and added it to a hot pan with the jambalaya packet and 2 diced Roma tomatoes. The tomatoes are obviously not necessary, but I wanted to have at least a little bit of fresh veg in this dish. I cooked all of this for a few minutes to bloom the spices before adding 3 3/4 cups of water and letting it come to a boil. Next, I reduced the temperature to a simmer, covered it, and let it cook for about 25 minutes until the rice is cooked through. While the jambalaya cooked, I prepared the cornbread mix. I added the rest of the corn, which I had thawed, and the evaporated milk to my NutriBullet. I blended this up, leaving it just a bit chunky, and then added the mixture to a bowl, along with the Jiffy cornbread mix, as well as a couple tablespoons of sugar because we like our cornbread just a bit sweet. I tested stirring to see how much more liquid I would need and ended up only adding about 2 tablespoons of water. I'm not even going to show you my first massive fail of pan frying this cornbread because it's embarrassing. I had way too much oil in the pan and the cornmeal soaked it right up and it got gritty, but this little bit is all the oil you need in a nonstick skillet, and cook this batter like a pancake. It's fluffy, a bit sweet, and the perfect addition to cornbread when you don't have eggs to bake it like usual. This was another easy and straightforward meal that filled our bellies and tasted delicious.
All right, guys, that's all I've got for you today. I really hope you enjoyed this video and that it gave you some inspiration to use in your own kitchen. If you like this video, please hit that thumbs up down below. And if you'd like to see more videos like this, I post every Saturday, so please consider subscribing. It really helps out my channel. But that's it for now, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.